Happy Monday, friends. This is my first Monday as a fully self-employed woman. I retired from my toxic corporate rat race 9-to-5 job on Friday, and it was really strange waking up today and not having to log in to work. But I have a lot to do this week, lots of projects that I'm working on, and it really kind of feels funny to not have, I'm not on vacation, and I don't have a job to go to. But it's also really kind of a carefree feeling, so I'm loving it so far. Today I wanted to kind of talk about that corporate culture, or something more than that, really. It's how we're giving our lives to these soulless corporations. My name is Jennifer, and there's a lot going on in the world right now, and it's got me thinking about something that has been a deep-seated belief of mine for a long time. You could say this is my rage against the machine. Have you ever stopped to think about what you're really giving away in exchange for the life you're living? We're giving our time, our energy, our health, all to soulless corporations that are running the world. Our time is sold in the form of employment. We trade the precious hours of our lives, hours we'll never get back, for a paycheck. And for what? So we can buy more stuff that we don't even need usually. I highly recommend the book, Your Money or Your Life. I'll link to it below. It changed the way I think about money and how much time and energy I trade for money. It made me rethink how I spend money. Our money, which is really just a representation of our life energy, gets funneled back into the hands of the very corporations that pay us. They've perfected the art of making us feel like we're not enough unless we buy their version of happiness. The new cars we drive, the clothes we wear, the excess of crappy plastic toys we buy our kids at Christmas. These are just a few of the ways we trade our life's energy for things that feed the monster and drain us. And let's talk about our health. The food that most of us eat isn't even real food anymore. It's made in factories, pumped full of chemicals designed for profit, not nourishment. It's slowly draining our vitality while making us sick and dependent on yet another industry, healthcare. You know, I just retired from a giant healthcare insurance company, and I've been an RN for 30 years, and I could go on for hours about healthcare and how it has turned into another machine that prioritizes money over people and their actual health. Do you see the cycle? We work in jobs to consume. We consume to feel better. And all the while, the system profits off of our exhaustion, our insecurity, and our sickness. Here's kind of an image that I thought of last night. And you've kind of heard of how humans are just kind of consuming, and we're draining the earth's resources. And that is true. But I thought of another kind of image or metaphor, whatever you want to call it, last night. I'm thinking of the big giant corporations swallowing up everything in their path, and their energy is coming from us. We are the batteries, basically, for the giant corporations, and they are draining us of our money and our health and our time and our vitality and happiness so that they can grow. And in the meantime, we're consuming what they put out. And yes, we're consuming and depleting the earth, but the beneficiary of that consumption is not us. It is the big corporations that are using us and using our energy. They're using us and our energy to continue to grow and swallow up everything. Well, here's the truth. You were not born to be a cog in someone else's machine. What if we took back our time? What if we stop spending our hard-earned money on things that don't truly bring us joy or health? What if we chose to nourish our bodies with food that actually supports our well-being? It starts with awareness. It starts with small intentional changes. And it starts with asking yourself, who am I really living for? The corporations don't care about you, but you have the power to reclaim your life. Here's a practical list of ways that someone can start reclaiming their life and stop feeding the corporate machine. Downsize your lifestyle. Live with less to reduce the need for excessive income. This could be minimalism. It could just be refusing to participate in the corporate holidays, and it could be a lot of things. Also, explore alternative income streams. Consider freelancing or starting a small business or side hustle, or pursuing a passion project like starting your own YouTube channel. Say no more often. Stop overcommitting to obligations that drain your time and money. Back to the consumption. Adopt minimalism. Focus on buying only what you truly need and value. Use cash or debit cards to avoid racking up debt to buy things that you don't need. Buy secondhand. Shop thrift stores, yard sales, and online marketplaces instead of buying new. You could support your local businesses, spending money on products and services offered by small local businesses instead of large chains. And cancel subscriptions that you don't use or that you don't need. Audit your streaming services and memberships and other recurring expenses. Repair instead of replace. Fix things instead of automatically buying new things. You can learn all kinds of skills on YouTube. You can fix the things that break. Most of the time it's very simple and very cheap to fix things that break, especially like washing machines and dryers, your car, plumbing. Those kinds of things can be really easy to fix a lot of the time, and you can fix those instead of replacing. Borrow and barter. Talk to your neighbors. Instead of buying a new power tool that you might need once or twice, borrow it from the neighbor. Barter. Trade some vegetables you grew in your garden for some power washing, that kind of thing. And reclaim your health by cooking your own meals. Preparing fresh whole foods instead of relying on processed factory-made foods will go a long way to doing that. Start a garden. A small herb or vegetable garden can reduce reliance on industrialized food, and it's not very hard to grow some food in your backyard. Really avoid fast food. Opt for home-prepared meals or locally owned restaurants if you want to eat out. Move your body every day. Walk, stretch, or exercise in ways that nourish your body. And it doesn't have to be a corporate gym membership, and it doesn't have to be hardcore. Just being more active and doing things around your house for yourself, and like doing your own lawn care instead of hiring somebody. You could kill two birds with one stone with that. And of course, drink lots of water. You know what they told you in school. Our bodies are, 84, I don't even remember, 86% water. Cut out the expensive sodas and the sugary drinks. They're just feeding the corporate machine. They're not good for you. And there's nothing good about it. Limit exposure to advertising by reducing your screen time and avoiding social media ads. Focus on what you have, not what you think you need. And again, learn some DIY skills, from cooking to fixing things. Reclaiming skills makes you less dependent on corporations. Reduce your news consumption. Avoiding corporate controlled news outlets and streaming platforms. Those things promote consumption, and they are just full of negativity that makes you stressed out and sick. One of my favorite things, spend time in nature. It's free, it's calming, and it helps us disconnect from the machine and from materialism. Prioritize quality time with your family and your loved ones. Spend less time working and shopping and more time connecting with people. Build community. Support local markets, barter with neighbors, and form networks outside of work and outside of corporate systems. Reclaim your power by practicing mindful spending. Ask yourself, every time you go to buy something, do I need this? And does this purchase align with my values? Is this purchase does this line up with the person that I want to be and the life that I want to live? And you've heard this before, and this being an election year, vote with your dollars. Support companies and brands with sustainable and transparent practices. But by making a few of these changes, you can disrupt the cycle of feeding corporate systems and create a more intentional, fulfilling life. It's about small, deliberate actions that shift the balance of power back into your hands. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small. Start with one thing, whether it's cooking a meal at home, skipping that impulse purchase, or simply pausing to ask yourself, what really matters to me? Each step you take is a small step toward freedom. Each decision you make can take you in the direction of your values or away from them. Each step you take is a small step towards a freedom from a system that keeps you exhausted, distracted, and unfulfilled. Because the truth is, reclaiming your life isn't about going without. It's about discovering what really brings you joy, health, and peace. And realizing that most of what we're told we need, we really never needed at all. You deserve a life that feels meaningful, balanced, and free. And the power to create that life, it's already within you. Does this resonate with you? Let me know in the comments what you think. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed my content, and it will help me keep bringing you more and growing my channel. Thank you so much for watching today.